Welcome to Little League Southeast Park in Warner Robins, Georgia. Spectacular Sunday afternoon for our quarterfinal elimination game in the Southeast Regional as Nolensville, Tennessee takes on Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia. The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by T-Mobile. As we take a look at the standings, you'll see that Georgia and Florida at 2-0 have already advanced to the Monday night semifinals, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Winner of this ball game will play South Carolina tomorrow in an elimination game at 11 a.m. on ESPN+. Last night to remember for all of us, including me. I had never quite seen a sixth-inning rally like this. Georgia down 5-0 with 1 out, 2 outs to go. They rally, score 6 runs, capped by Huddy Clark's 2-run double. Stunning walk-off win over Tennessee that had basically dominated the entire game. And now Tennessee has to put that behind them. About 15 hours later and stay alive in this tournament. Here is their starting 9. Kason Booher, the left fielder, leading off, followed by Ryan Newell, last night's starting pitcher, in center field, batting second. Nolan Brown, the first baseman, bats third. Rocco Stark playing third and batting fourth. Gabe Shepler, the catcher, in the 5th spot. Tanner Jackson, third baseman last night. He's the starting pitcher today, batting 6th. Hutch Weaver, in right, is batting 7th. Ryan Pearson, the shortstop, is batting 8th. And William Satinoff, the second baseman, batting 9th. And they'll be facing West Virginia's Bear Schreck. Schreck making his first appearance of the tournament as a pitcher, his dream job, an MLB player. And young man, there's a lot of MLB players who walked right in the same path that you are now playing big league baseball, so keep that dream alive. So West Virginia, 4-3 losers to North Carolina on Friday, came back and beat Virginia 7-5. They had a comeback of their own yesterday, scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th to erase a 5-3 deficit to advance to today's quarterfinal. So here we go. Tennessee and Kason Booher leading things off. And that's ball 1 to Booher. Booher is 1 for 4 in the tournament. He's scored 4 runs. He's walked and struck out once, reached on an error, and hit by a pitch. So he's been on base 3 times in the first 2 games. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Booher. Outside, and it's 2-0. This West Virginia team representing Jefferson County Little League. 2nd Southeast Regional in a row that they've made an appearance in this field. They did it in 2019 as well. And the count 3-0 to Booher. Take a deep breath. It's a big moment. Getting encouragement from his third baseman, Liam Sager. Calm down and just do what you do. Pitch the ball, and that's a strike right there. And it is a warm day, by far the warmest of the 3 days that we have been here so far. And 3-1, 5-pitch walk for Booher. So Booher aboard to start this ball game. Here's Ryan Newell, the center fielder, and man, did he pitch a heck of a ball game last night. 4 shutout innings of 2-hit ball with 4 strikeouts, 3 walks before Georgia erupted in that bottom of the 6th. Ball goes all the way to the backstop, and Booher now at second. So runner in scoring position almost immediately for Tennessee here today. Looks like we have a timeout. Yep, they're going to get some action in the bullpen right away. That's Hefner going down there to warm up. Ball 2. So Schreck has only been able to connect on 1 of his first 6 pitches. 7 pitches, actually. So 2 balls and no strikes to Newell. Got that strike across right there, and it's 2-1 to Ryan Newell. Newell 4 for 6 in the tournament. Clubbed a 3-run homer last night that at the time gave Tennessee what seemed to be an insurmountable 5-0 lead. He scored 4 runs. He's reached on a fielder's choice, so he's been on base 5 times in this tournament. He's been a big part of what Tennessee has done on the mound, defensively, and at the plate. 3-1 pitch. Line drive, and nice catch out there in center field by McCarthy. Tag, and going to third is Boer, and he's safe there and 1 down in the inning. But a great catch by McCarthy out there, Johnny McCarthy, to save a run at least right now and keep another runner off the base paths. See how well he tracks that ball all the way to the ground. We've seen some great outfield play, defensive outfield play in this tournament. I don't know about you, but when I was in Little League, outfield's where we put all the scrubs, and that included me. That's why I was an outfielder. But not here, man. These kids can play. Here's Nolan Brown. Bounces in there, runner not advancing as Schreck comes down to cover the plate. See Bear Schreck already sweating profusely on this warm day. Base hit up the middle. Tennessee has the lead. Nolan Brown delivers an RBI single to put Tennessee on top. That's his 4th run batted in this tournament. Here's Rocco Stark in the starting lineup today and playing third base. Tanner Jackson, the starting third baseman last night, and really made a ton of great plays at the hot corner last night. He's the starting pitcher today, so opening up a spot for Stark. Currently 86 degrees right now, on the way to 90. And I'm guessing that the heat index is much higher than 86. This is the day you need to stay hydrated. Of course, every day you need to stay hydrated, but even more so today. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside 3-0. Yeah, Schreck just really having a hard time finding that strike zone right now. .30 pitch. 4-pitch walk. Runners at first and second. So 3 of the first 4 batters have reached, and that's going to be it for Bear Schreck. They're going to have to make a pitching change right here. Just a tough spot for a young man to be in. I don't envy him in the pressure. He's not making a pitching change. I thought this was just the first visit, so he did not have to make the change. He's going to stay with him. Although Hefner is done pitching down in the bullpen, so he's ready to go. Wouldn't take you long to get warmed up on a day like today. The heat index is at 93 right now, so 7 degrees above the actual air temperature of 86. 17 pitches for Schreck, 12 balls and 5 strikes. Here's Shepler. Pitch outside, 1-0 to Shepler. 2 aboard, 1 already in for Tennessee in this first inning. Catcher Shepler showing bunt, takes the strike, and it's 1-1. Shepler 0 for 4 in the tournament, scored a run, struck out, hit by a pitch. Attends Poplar Grove Middle skips and goes to the backstop. Everybody moves up 60 feet. So more trouble for West Virginia here in the top of the first. Those outs are hard to come by right now. 2 balls and 1 strike to Shepler. Two-one pitch. Ball 3. Three-one. Got him swinging at it and tapped it foul. That's a big strike right there for Bear Schreck. Can he get that last strike right here? Get that second out. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Walked him, bases loaded. So all but Newell has reached in this inning, and that was only because McCarthy made a spectacular catch, and now this will be the pitching change. So Bear Schreck unable to get out of the first inning. Feel for you, man. It's a tough spot to be pitching in a big game like this. The coach does a good job of encouraging him. Give the ball to Hefner, and he's going through his warm-up tosses. Can still get his. So Hunter Hefner makes his second pitching appearance of this tournament. He worked 2/3 of an inning against North Carolina on Friday, and threw only 11 pitches with a couple of strikeouts. So Hefner comes in a messy situation. Bases loaded for Tennessee and only 1 out. Tanner Jackson, the pitcher, goes after the first pitch and popped it up. Actually, it looks like we have a pinch hitter here for Jackson. Is that correct? Looks like 19, Drew Wagner is pinch hitting here. So Wagner is actually pinch hitting here, and he has had an incredible bat in this tournament. He's 3 for 4, a grand slam home run, a double, 5 RBI, 3 runs scored. So a very dangerous hitter for Hefner. That ball is hit towards the gap. It's going to roll to the fence. It's going to likely clear the bases. 3 runs in. Wagner at third is out. So Drew Wagner, a 3-run double thrown out trying to stretch it to a triple. It is now a 4-0 lead for Tennessee. You could tell that hit the jet stream and rolled. There was nobody that could keep that from getting to the fence. And here's Hutch Weaver. And give West Virginia a lot of credit for getting the relay in and cutting him down at third base. And Weaver swings and misses, and the count is 0-2. It went 9-6-5 on the putout. So the right fielder to the shortstop to the third baseman. So Lowry did a great job. Little Mason Lowry, who we saw pitching yesterday and doing such a great job on the mound. He did a great job making that relay throw from shallow right field to third base to cut down the runner. Two balls and two strikes to Hutch Weaver. Bases empty, but 4 runs in for Tennessee. And that ball is over the head of the second baseman. Third hit of the inning for Tennessee. Hutch Weaver with his 4th hit of the tournament in 5 at-bats. Here's Ryan Pearson. Strike 1 to Pearson. Pearson was the tough luck pitcher last night. Gave up 4 runs in that 6th inning to Georgia. Back at his regular starting position, shortstop here today. And that ball is lofted down the line and right but foul. You know, and someone said to me afterwards, they said, well, wow, Tennessee collapsed. I said, Tennessee didn't collapse. They absolutely did not collapse. Georgia just, we've seen that now twice in this tournament. They get that offense going, it's like a buzzsaw. They just laser shot after rocket shot after laser shot after rocket shot. No cheapies, no tappers, no rollers, line drives into the gap. They did that against South Carolina in the 1st inning on Friday, and they did it to Tennessee last night in the 6th inning. They have an amazing offense. It'll be interesting to see them matched up with Florida, a team that's only had to play once so far and has had 2 consecutive days off. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Pearson chased it out of the strike zone for out number 3 as Hefner gets that final out. But a big top half of the first for Tennessee as they played for the big 3-run double by Wagner, the big hit. West Virginia tries to start their comeback when we get back. Back in Warner Robins, and now West Virginia playing from behind, trailing 4-0. They've been in this position before playing from behind. Nearly came back and beat North Carolina on Friday and did come back and beat Virginia from behind yesterday. And here's the starting 9 for West Virginia. The amazing first baseman, Surf Guerra, maybe the best power hitter in the entire country with 20 home runs on the season. Mason Lowry, the shortstop, batting second. Tegan Moulton's had a great bat in this tournament. He's batting third and playing second. Liam Sagers at third base today, and he's batting fourth. Cam Whean, left field. He's had some big hits. He's batting fifth. Hunter Hefner, now the pitcher, in the sixth spot. Johnny McCarthy, the center fielder, made a great grab in that first inning. He's batting seventh. Andrew Roth in right field is batting eighth, and Harry Garrett, the catcher, is batting ninth. And on the mound for Tennessee, it's Tan Man, Tanner Jackson. He's kind of their spark plug. You saw him play a really nice third base last night, and today he's getting his first pitching appearance of the tournament. But he's the guy that the coaches are counting on to always get the team fired up. And he doesn't do that just by being a cheerleader. He does it with his play in the field and with his bat, and now we'll see if he can do it with his arm. So with a 4-0 lead, it'll be interesting to see. They're going to walk him. Wow, I'm really surprised. Really surprised they intentionally walked Guerra there with nobody on in a 4-0 lead. And they're going to make a pitching change right here. They just wanted, this was strategy, and Mark Fredrickson, my official scorekeeper here, overheard the conversation earlier today in the press box. The coach was asking about the rules, so he didn't want to give those 4 pitches to a guy that was actually going to be the pitcher. So Rocco Stark's going to move over from third base and actually pitch, and Tanner Jackson's going to go back to third base where he typically plays. And so Tanner Jackson gets credit for 4 pitches thrown that he never threw, really. But that counts on his total, doesn't count on Rocco Stark's total, who's now going to be the pitcher. So interesting strategy right here. But a little, like I said, a little bit surprised that they didn't pitch to Guerra right there, because you're putting a man on and possibly creating an even bigger inning than a solo homer might produce. But we've talked at great length in this tournament about what happens when you walk the leadoff guy and how it typically mushrooms into a crooked number inning. But we'll see. We'll see if the strategy works in both regards, in regard to changing the pitcher, in regard to walking Guerra. But this is what happened to West Virginia in the state tournament. He hit 9 home runs and 14 at-bats in the state tournament. And then the last 2 games of the state tournament that they won 10-0, they never even pitched to him. Ultimate sign of respect. I know it's disappointing, though, for him. He wants to swing the bat. In fact, yesterday when he got hit by a pitch, he didn't want to go to first. He wanted to bat. So let's see if West Virginia can capitalize on the intentional walk here. Here's Mason Lowry. He shows bunt, takes a strike. Pitch missed low. 1-1 to Mason Lowry. Mason 1 for 5 in the tournament, has a double, run scored, stolen base. Went 3 2/3 yesterday with 4 strikeouts. Ground ball hit to the second baseman. There's 1, and there's 2. Strategy worked. 4-6-3 double play. So check the box for Tennessee on that. They won that first chess move. Here's Tegan Moulton. Moulton 4 for 4 in the tournament with an RBI, 2 runs scored. Like I said, he's had the hot bat. 2 balls and no strikes to Moulton. His dad is the manager. Pitch missed high. Two balls and 1 strike to Moulton, and sends this one down the line, but foul and right. 2-2. So Moulton digs back in. And the 2-2 from Rocco Stark. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rocco, a right-hander. His dad, Zach, was a left-hander drafted by the Florida Marlins back in 1993. They were the Florida Marlins back then. There's a walk drawn by Tegan Moulton. And he's aboard with 2 outs. Here's Liam Sager, the third baseman. Still looking for his first hit in this tournament. He's 0 for 5. And he sends this one in the air to shallow center field, caught by Newell, and the inning's over. 1 down, we'll head to the second. Tennessee on top 4-0. Find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action and join the conversation with hashtag LLWS. I got to tell you, the Little League Twitter feed, and that is an absolute treasure trove of highlights. You ought to check that thing out. They've got highlights from all the regionals that are going on around the nation right now. Just a super way to keep up with all the spectacular plays that are going on, including the action right here in the Southeast Regional. And remember, things are different this year, as if I had to tell you that, but things are different this year in regard to the Little League World Series. 16-team field will be all United States teams, no international field this year. That means the top 2 teams from each regional, instead of just the champion, will advance, which makes tomorrow night's semifinal between Georgia and Florida huge. That's for a berth at Williamsport. In essence, it's kind of a championship game. You might not win the Southeast Regional Championship, but if you win that game, you're going to Williamsport. Here's William Satinoff. That game will be on ESPN tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern. Anish Shroff and Greg Olson will have the call on that. That's going to be an exciting one. I'll be watching just like you. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's ball 3. Satinoff, the number 9 hitter in the Tennessee order. He's 1 for 3 in the tournament. He's also reached on an error, so he's been on base twice. And there's a walk. 3rd time on base for Satinoff. Back around to the top of the order. So Kason Boer, who started off the Tennessee rally with a walk an inning ago, which of course led to 4 runs scoring. And that's what I was talking about when Tennessee elected to walk Guerra, tries to punch a bunt down the left field, or third base line, I should say, and it rolls foul. You know, every time you walk the leadoff guy, it typically turns into a run. That's why I was wondering why Tennessee did that, but they were able to roll a double play to erase the base runner, so it worked out well for them. Boer hits it on the ground. There's one. Not in time to turn the two, but they do cut down the lead runner Satinoff at second base. So one down here in the second. It gets you to Ryan Newell and Nolan Brown. Those two guys have been a wrecking crew unto themselves. Both have homered in this tournament. Both have pitched and pitched well. Between the two of them, Newell and Brown, they've pitched 7 scoreless innings and given up 2 hits. And they've hit Newell a 3-run homer and Brown a 2-run homer. Pitch high to Newell, 2-0. He flew out to center his first time up, but he was actually robbed of extra bases by McCarthy on a spectacular catch. 2-0 pitch, that's ball 3. Hefner takes a deep breath. .30 pitch to Newell. And that's ball 4. 2 aboard for Nolan Brown. Garrett's going to go out there and talk things over with Hefner, and they wait for Nolan Brown to make his way to the box. Nolan is the son of Vanderbilt pitching coach Scott Brown. In large part why the Nolensville Little League team looks like the Vanderbilt baseball team. We were joking the other day after watching them take that 5-0 lead on Georgia. They're actually the single A affiliate of the Vanderbilt Commodores. But the uniforms are right down, almost match for match with Vanderbilt, all the way down to the star, just an N instead of a V inside the star. Here's the 0-2 to Nolan Brown. Tapper on the infield. Guerra comes up, makes the tag on the base runner. That gets the second out. Everybody else moves up 60 feet, so now runners at second and third. Here's Rocco. Walked and scored his last time up, scored on that big bases clearing double by Wagner. Yeah, the uniform combination is all the way replicate, all the way down to the gold shoelaces for those kids that are wearing the black shoes. Rocco going with the white, the classic white cleats. I was always kind of partial to those. But each his own on the style. 2 balls, no strikes. Strike on the edge, and it's 2-1 to Stark. Rocco 3 for 4 with a home run. He's knocked in 3 runs, scored a couple of runs in this tournament. Sends this one right up the chute. Let's see who takes it. Guerra gonna take it. And the inning comes to a close. Look at the size differential in those teammates. Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN. It's presented by T-Mobile. As we welcome you back to warm Warner Robins, Georgia. Temperatures pushing into the 90s today in Nolensville, Tennessee in this quarterfinal elimination game, leading Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia 4-0. As the boys from Jefferson County Little League grab the bats for the second time here, facing Rocco Stark. We have, after this one right here, we have 4 games left in this regional. 2 games tomorrow. The winner of this one plays South Carolina at 11 a.m. Eastern Time in an elimination game. That'll be on ESPN+. And then at 7 o'clock, the winner's bracket semifinal on ESPN2 as Georgia takes on Florida. 88 now. Heat index 97. And probably a little bit warmer than that down there on that field. Cam Whean leading off the inning for West Virginia. Swings and taps it foul. William is 1 for 5 with a couple of RBI and a run scored. Suffered an injury at the end of the regular season. Has had to recover from that. Coach Moulton says just now hitting his stride, just missed extra bases down that right field line. First base umpire Scott Wacker right there on top of the play. No balls, 2 strikes. And Stark just a bit outside. See him wiping off his hands. I mean, that could be an issue. They need a rosin bag out there or something because, I mean, you know that his hands are wet with sweat. 1-2 again. Trouble with that lesion. Someone get him a rosin bag. Two balls and 2 strikes. This time in the strike zone and fouled out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. And that ball, a hot shot into right field, and that'll be a base hit for Whean. So Whean picks up his 2nd hit of the tournament, trying to get things going here for West Virginia. This is a good offensive team. This is a team, it's not just about Guerra and the long ball. They put 7 runs on the board yesterday against Virginia and scored 4 in the bottom of the 5th to come back and win it. Here's Hefner. Bunt is put down. They'll go to second to try to get the middle runner and don't get it. So first and second, so we'll see if the decision to try to get the lead runner instead of the sure out at first comes back to haunt Nolensville here. So first and second and nobody out. This is the 4th base runner that West Virginia's had in their first 6 batters. They've been able to get guys on. Can they advance them and get them home? Here's Johnny McCarthy. So ball 1. And that's Eddie Smith down there at first base, the umpire. Bunt is put down, push foul. So Eddie Smith is actually our first base umpire. Harold Brannon at second base, Jonathan Hagan at third base, and Michael Grossman behind the plate. Eddie's umpired a lot of games. And our hats off to them. These are volunteer umpires. There's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2 actually is the count. Home plate umpire Michael Grossman just updated the count, 2-2. And McCarthy ends up on his back. Stark in a little bit of trouble here in the second. Popped up on the infield. Stark will take it for out number 1. That's a good way to get out of trouble. Deuce a pop up right back to you. Here's Andrew Rolfe. Rolfe is 2 for 4, an RBI, a couple of strikeouts in the tournament. Called strike to Rolfe. First and second here for West Virginia, 1 down. They're trying to climb back in this after giving up 4 in the first. Backhanded by the shortstop. Great play there. Cut down the middle runner, 2 down in the inning. Super play by Pearson. Stabbing that ball in the hole and just very smoothly getting the ball to second base. No problem at all. Very fluid. Here's Garrett. That's one of the things that's impressed me most about this Little League, just the fundamentals by which these kids play. They've really been drilled and practiced well in the fundamentals. You know, it's taken a lot of practice time too. That doesn't just come naturally. It's a lot of practice time, a lot of work. And it's not just about catching the ball, it's knowing what to do with it when you get it. Not having to stop and thinking about it, but knowing immediately, I'm going here with the ball if it comes to me. Check swing, foul back. 0-2 to Garrett. West Virginia had 2 base runners in the first, failed to score. 2 here in the second, now down to their final strike in the inning. Garrett keeps it alive. Garrett's 0 for 2 with a walk, sacrifice in this tournament. Oh, 2 pitch. Backed him off the plate. Runner goes to second. Runner coming home. They've got the runner in a rundown and make the tag right there. So Rolfe gets tagged out on the base pass before the run scores. It's still 4-0 heading to the third. West Virginia is challenging the play at the end of the second inning to see if the base runner scored from third ahead of the tag on Rolfe. So they're looking at that right now. Wien was at third base, and on the double steal attempt, they're going to check to see did the runner score before the tag was put on Rolfe. There's the tag on Rolfe. We don't see Wien, so here's a better look at it right here. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. There he scores. We don't see them both simultaneously, so we'll see if they have video evidence enough to overturn that call. Here's Michael Grossman, our home plate umpire. He's going to go talk. Okay, so we're told it's not a reviewable play. So no change in that, so that's the way the inning's going to end. So 4-0, no change in the call, and Tennessee batting again here in the top of the third. So the manager, Randy Huth, wants to talk to Michael Grossman, make sure we're clear on what happened there. So Jack Rhodes is going to pinch hit to start this inning. So Rhodes pinch hitting for Shepler to start this third. There's ball one. Rhodes is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored here in the tournament. Fouls that one out of play. And that's one of the things that we've been most impressed with this Tennessee team, top to bottom, 1 through 13, a very solid lineup. There are no holes in the lineup. As you might expect with some teams, when you get out of the starting lineup, get a little bit deeper into the bench, you might have some deficiencies there. None on this Tennessee team. And that's something that Randy Huth told us as we were preparing for this tournament, that, hey, look, this might not be the most talented team we've ever had or the biggest and best arms, but complete team 1 through 13. He said that's exactly what they have been. And this is a program that, even though under the Nolensville name they have not been here, under the South Nashville name they have. They went to the Little League World Series in 2013 and 14 as South Nashville, and Chris Mercado, who's one of their coaches, was the manager of that team. So Rhodes draws the leadoff walk. And this is Tanner Jackson batting here. This will be the first plate appearance for Tanner Jackson today. Shows bunt, pushes it right back to the pitcher. They'll go to second, get the lead runner. Nicely done by Hefner. On that bunt, of course, you want to push it a little bit to the left or the right of the pitcher. You want to make him move, and Hefner just had to move straight forward and get that thing. Gave him a chance to cut down that lead runner, which is exactly what he was able to do. Here's Hutch Weaver. Weaver singled his first time up. That's ball 2 to Weaver. 4 for 5 in the tournament. RBI, 4 runs scored. Said if he won the lottery, he'd buy Braves season tickets. Unfortunately, you might have to win the lottery to do that. I'm just joking. 3 balls and no strikes. Ball 4. First and second. We'll have a pinch hitter here. Mateo Bruzes. We might have a pitching change before the pinch hitter. Mike Moulton, the manager for the West Virginia side, out there talking to his kids in the infield. Yeah, this looks like more of a strategy session. Let's get on the same page session than it is a pitching change, and it won't be a pitching change. And so Hefner will be facing Bruzes. Bruzes 0 for 1. Did knock in 2 runs with 1 sacrifice fly back in that Alabama game on Friday. So first and second for Tennessee. Jackson down at second, Weaver at first. Bruzes at the plate, and there's a strike. Hefner has pitched well since coming on for Shrek in that first inning. Bruzes showing bunt. Takes a ball, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ball 2. Tennessee leading 4-0. All those runs coming in the top half of the first. Scorching hot day now in Warner Robins. Heat index might get up to 100 before this thing's over. It's getting close to it already. Brutally hot day. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Bruzes. Winner of this game advances to play tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. against South Carolina on ESPN+. 3-1 pitch. In there for strike 3 and 2. Hefner's at 45 pitches. Hit to the second baseman. There's one on to first. Double play. 4-6-3. Beautifully done. You couldn't see one better anywhere. Moulton to Lowry. On to Guerra. Hitting over.
postseason.
No regrets. Swing it, baby, swing it.
It is dropping, the dive, and the catch is made.
Whatever happens, guys, again, it's going to be a great day. Very proud of you guys. Let's have some great fun today. Huh?
And we are now just 11 days away from Williamsport. And in a little more than 24 hours here in Warner Robins, we'll have a team punch their ticket to Williamsport when Florida and Georgia meet in the semifinals tomorrow night, Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Stakes continue to get higher and higher as we progress through this tournament. And Garrett hits that one to center field, and that's a base hit. So Harrison Garrett gets the second hit of the day for West Virginia. So Garrett with his first base hit of the tournament. And they're going to walk Garrett. They don't even let him get to the batter's box. Intentionally walked for the second plate appearance in a row. Here's Mason Lowry. And I know the folks over there on the West Virginia fan side are not happy about it, and you can understand why, but it is part of the game. It's part of the strategy. So it's incumbent upon his teammates to pick it up and make Tennessee pay for it. One ball, one strike to Lowry. And he socks that one to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And the bases are loaded for West Virginia here in the third inning. Nice piece of hitting by Mason Lowry. Second hit of the tournament. Here's Tegan Moulton. Moulton with 4 hits in the tournament. Might have a pitching change right here. We'll see. Or maybe this is just a strategy session. That's what it appears to be. They just want to make sure everybody is on the same page if the ball is put in play and where the ball is put in play, where the ball is going, and who's covering what. Rocco Stark with a look of determination on his face, toes the rubber. Facing Tegan Moulton. 4 for 4 with 3 walks in the tournament. Batting with the bases loaded. And that's strike one. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. West Virginia's have opportunities throughout the course of this game. 2 base runners in the first, 2 base runners in the second, yet they failed to score. That's ball 1 to Moulton. Will Druzzi, the left-hander, warming up in the bullpen for Tennessee. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Stark. Chopper on the infield, backhanded by Satinoff. They get the middle runner, and that's it. Run scores, and it's 4-1. Good job by Satinoff. I mean, he did it just like a major leaguer would. Love that thing, just flipped it back to the shortstop Pearson, covering the second base bag. Like a pro. Look at this, so smooth. Just flipped it back. The awareness of these players is amazing. Runners at the corners, it's 4-1. Here's Sager. It's 4-2, pardon me. Line drive nearly took out the manager. So 4-2 the score here. Sager nearly took Coach Moulton's head right off. Had to get down in a hurry. Runners at the corners, Guerra at third, Moulton at first, and the ball fouled out of play. Tapped foul. Pitch missed high, the runner's going. And Guerra, they throw back to third, and he's safe there. Stolen base at second for Moulton, now second and third. Close at third base. Guerra had not gotten too far down the line. They made it close. As Moulton, going from first to second, tried to force a throw down to second. One-two pitch, ground ball to the shortstop Pearson. Long throw across the diamond. They get the out there. Run scores Guerra, and it's 4-3. RBI for Sager. Here's Cam Wean. Wean sends that foul down into the seats, down the left field line. No balls, one strike, 4-3. Tennessee holding on here. Hot shot to Satinoff, and that'll be the end of the inning. But West Virginia battling back, scrapping back. It's 4-3 now as we head to the fourth. Catch all the excitement from the Little League Baseball and Softball World Series tournaments and visit the first ever virtual Fan Zone experience. Visit littleleague.org/fanzone. Lots of fans here in Warner Robins, Georgia, taking advantage of the slalom hill out there in right field and some torn up cardboard boxes and having fun. So here we go. Top of the fourth inning. and a 4-3 lead as West Virginia has slowly battled back and whittled away at that 4-run first inning that Tennessee put up there, but nothing but zeros so far since then for the boys from Nolensville. Pinch hitter for Satinoff is going to be Will Drusy. And Drusy swings at the first pitch, sends it to center field, and caught by McCarthy. 1 down. So a couple of runs for West Virginia in the third after they'd scored at the end of the second on that double steal. So 3 runs since Tennessee put 4 on the board in the first, and back around to the top of the order, and Kaysen Boer walked and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice, stranded at third in the second. Kaysen Boer takes a ball 2. His favorite book is Moneyball and the Art of Winning. .2-0 pitch. And it's now 2-1. Elimination game on this sweltering Sunday afternoon. Hefner with the out. Boer trying to bunt his way on. 2 down here in the fourth. Hefner, of course, is a great fielder, and having him on the mound is an extra benefit and plus. He can cover a lot of space over there. Here's Ryan Newell. Newell swings and misses. Home run leader on this team, hit 5 home runs in the state tournament, has added another here in the regional. Fouled that one back. This kid is a multi-sport star. Also excels in jiu-jitsu. 3rd in the Pan Am Games in 2018 and 4th in 2019. 0-2, hit on the ground. Guerra gonna take it himself. Stomp on the bag. Taking out a little frustration on that first base bag. 4-3, we're heading to the bottom of the fourth. Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. Tight as we head to the bottom of the fourth. The kid's still sliding down the hill out there. You got to get the video of them. There's this one young lady. She is it's like a slalom. She's standing up and going down the hill. That's amazing. There she is. That's a broken hip for me. So Bear Schreck is going to lead off the inning here in the bottom of the fourth. New Olympic sport coming up in 2024, grass surfing. So Schreck started the game in this number 6 spot, never got to it because he was replaced on the mound, now has to bat in this spot. And swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Again, this is an elimination game. Winner advances to play South Carolina tomorrow morning. Schreck sends that up the chute over on the right side and going to get to the seats. South Carolina advancing after beating Alabama yesterday, 12-0, a run rule victory. No balls and 2 strikes. And Schreck hits it off the hands, rolls it to Pearson, and Pearson gets it over to first very easily for out number 1. Finn Dudley, he goes out to grab the bat, but he's not batting yet. This will be Popek. Ben Popek going to bat here for McCarthy. Looks like we'll have a pitching change first, and I believe Will Drusy is going to come in and pitch for Tennessee. Rocco Stark gets a big hand as he makes his way to the dugout.
Now pitching for Tennessee is number 15, Will Drusy.
I think that's what that means. Yeah, but he came back out, I think. He's out. He's back out there. And Will Drusy is out there to pitch for Tennessee. He made an appearance in that 6th inning last night against Georgia, went a third of an inning, gave up a run, struck out 1, and walked 1. And so Drusy, who they told us is their closer, and of course at this level that's can be a vague thing, a closer, but he has been in that situation where he closes out games, comes in here in the 4th inning. So Drusy, who had batted previously in the 9 spot as a pinch hitter, has to stay in that 9 spot, which means William Satinoff has to come out of the game with him coming back in. And so Stark's going to stay in the game at 3rd, and Tanner Jackson's going to go to 2nd. And Popek at the plate. There's strike 1. Popek 0 for 2 with a walk and an RBI in this tournament. Fouled back. We'll have more activity in the bullpen shortly. Drew Wagner going down there for Tennessee right now. Drusy. 0-2 pitch. Popped it up to Tanner Jackson, the new second baseman. That's out number 2. And Finn Dudley going to pinch hit. So Finn Dudley grabs the bat. He's got a couple of walks and a run scored in the tournament. Well, Dudley has some pop. Hit his first home run during the regular season, then followed that by homering in the next 2 games for 3 consecutive home run games. Also homered in the state tournament. There's a strike to Dudley. One ball, one strike to Finn Dudley. 4-3 lead for Tennessee here as West Virginia bats in the bottom of the 4th. There's a strike. It's 1-2. Druzy drops it down sidearm and strikes out Dudley for out number 3. 10 to the 5th, 4-3 Tennessee. Back in Warner Robins, Georgia, Little League Southeast Park, our elimination quarterfinal. Nolensville, Tennessee, leading Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia 4-3. And good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on this spectacular yet sultry Sunday afternoon in Central Georgia. I'm Matt Stewart. 4 more games left in this tournament after today, including the semifinal tomorrow night on ESPN2 as Georgia takes on Florida, and to the winner a spot in Williamsport. Nolan Brown leading off the 5th inning for Tennessee. RBI single for Brown back in that 4-run first inning, is also grounded out to the first baseman. Brown has driven in 4 runs in this tournament, has 5 base hits, 5 for 7 overall. Not to mention a no-hitter perfect game in his first game of the tournament against Alabama. Although it was just a 3-inning game, it was perfect with 8 strikeouts. Three balls, no strikes to Nolan Brown. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. In the air, deep center field, going back to the fence, and it is gone! Nolan Brown with his 2nd home run of the tournament. RBI number 5 as Tennessee stretches their lead to 5-3. A blast, a dead away center field. McCarthy runs out of real estate. Yes. A huge additional run for Tennessee here in the top of the 5th. And here's Rocco Stark. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Stark, chopper, gets by the second baseman, Moulton into right field. So Stark aboard. And we'll have a pinch runner for Stark. Bruzies will pinch run for him. Moulton has been very sure-gloved in this tournament. That one just glanced off his glove as he tried to close the glove on it. So Shepler batting again in the 5 spot. Shows bunt, takes the strike, throw down to first. Bruzies back in there. No balls and a strike to Shepler. Pitch missed high from Hefner. Hefner at 62 pitches. His max out would be 85 today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Chased it. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to Shepler. Got him. Beautiful pitch by Hefner right there. He's got to be getting tired, but that was a nice pitch. Second strikeout for him. 1 down in the inning. Drew Wagner going to bat here. He had the big hit in this game, that bases clearing double back in the first. Oh, 1 pitch. Tried to check his swing, bounces away, runner heads to second and gets there safely. So Bruzies now in scoring position. They appeal to make sure that Wagner had checked his swing. He did not go, so the count is 1-1. Ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. That's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Tennessee has already added a run here in the top of the 5th on the solo blast by Nolan Brown. That ball in the air over on the right side. Rolfe out there, sunglasses flashing, makes the grab. Look at that throw. Wow. From right field all the way to third base. We told you that Rolfe has a tremendous arm, and that was his first chance to really show it off in this tournament. And there's 2 down. Look at that. A little bit offline, but he got it there in the air, no doubt. No relay man needed. So 2 down, and here's Weaver. Hutch Weaver at the plate. Singled back in the first. Ball gets away. Hit him, actually. So the runner at second, Bruzies, has to go back to second instead of to third, and Hunt and Weaver aboard, going to walk it off. So first and second. Says he's okay. So first and second with 2 outs. Here's Pearson. Coach Hu says if you saw him on the street, you never know that he's a dominating shortstop, but he has been that for this Tennessee team this year. And not only that, the starting pitcher for them in the state championship final. Two balls and no strikes. Time called. No. 2-0 pitch. Called strike, 2-1. Two aboard, 2 out. Looped foul, nobody can get to it, so 2-2. Bruzies down at second base. Weaver behind him at first. Pearson at the plate. Hefner on the mound. Outside 3-2. Michael Grossman, our home plate umpire, calling the balls and strikes. Payoff pitch. Ball 4, bases loaded. So the path for these teams in the losers bracket, winner of this game plays tomorrow against South Carolina at 11 a.m. on ESPN Plus. And then the winner of that game against South Carolina has to play again on Tuesday night against the loser of the Georgia-Florida game. Druzy takes a ball 1. And then that game on Tuesday night would be for a spot in Williamsport. 1-0 pitch. Strike on the edge, and it's 1-1. Two and 1 to Druzy. Two-1 pitch, lofted, out of play, 2-2. Druzy is 4 for 7. He's driven in 3 runs in this tournament. 82 pitches. No pitcher in the tournament has thrown this many pitches. Popped up. Let's see if this gets them out of the inning. Long run. It's going to drop. Run in. 2 runs in. And it's 7-3. It was going to be a tough catch for the third baseman, Sager. He was going to have to try to make that catch over his shoulder, and Wien in left field just had too far to come to get to it. 2 runs score on the play, 7-3. Druzy with RBI 4 and 5 in this tournament. And here's Boer turning up the pressure on this West Virginia team as the deficit is once again 4 runs. Boer takes a strike. This will be his last hitter since he's at 85 pitches. Two balls and a strike. They don't take the pitcher out in the middle of the plate appearance. Once he hits the number, he gets to finish the batter. 8th man to bat in the inning for Tennessee. Ball 3. You can tell that Hefner is totally fatigued. All of his pitches are missing high. It's everything he can do to get that ball to the strike zone. It's like one of them Central Georgia gnats got in his eyes. Three balls and a strike. Ball 4, bases loaded. That's the final batter for Hefner right there. What a performance by Hefner. 88 pitches on a blistering hot Sunday afternoon in Warner Robins, Georgia. Gets a big hug from his manager. He ain't joking, man. That was quite a performance. Moulton's going to pitch next. And we'll take a break as he goes through his warm-up tosses. Is that what it is? So Tegan Moulton gonna climb up on the hill now. This will be his second pitching appearance of the tournament. Went 2 3/4 of an inning. Gave up 1 hit and a walk back on Friday against North Carolina. So Ryan Newell batting, bases loaded. Tennessee's already put 3 runs on the board here in the 5th. Moulton's job is to get that final out. Stop the dam break right here and get your guys back in the dugout to bat. 1 ball, 1 strike to Newell. 9th man to bat in the inning. Been on base back in the 2nd when he walked. 1-1 pitch. Floater in there for a strike. It's 1-2. So Moulton 1 strike away from getting out of this bases loaded fire. And the 1-2 pitch. Hot shot. Gonna get in the right field for a base hit. Run in as Pearson touches the plate. Another run will score, and it's 9-3. 2-run single for Ryan Newell. Newell delivers again. That's his 5th hit of the tournament. And a 6-run lead now for Tennessee as they have put 5 on the board here in the 5th. Here's Nolan Brown. He started the inning with a home run to center. Runners at the corners for Brown right here. Rolls it through the infield for another run-scoring single. Brown with his third RBI of the day, and it's 10-3. That was your classic seeing eye single right there. There was one little gap between first and second, and it trickled right on through. Stark rolls it up the middle, another base hit. They're going to rave the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he is going to be safe. Throw to third, and he is out. But Newell scores before the tag out at third. And it's 11-3 Tennessee as they score 7 in the fifth. It all started with Nolan Brown's slam to center, and Dad loves it. Things have changed dramatically after Tennessee put 7 on the board in the top half of the fifth, and now an 11-3 lead for Nolensville as they lead West Virginia. And Nolan Brown for Nolensville with the big bat and the big arm in this tournament, a home run to start that fifth inning that opened the floodgates for 6 more runs to touch the plate. And now his team in command, but they probably learned a very valuable lesson last night that no lead is safe. They had a 5-0 lead with 2 outs to go against Georgia and watched as Georgia came back and scored 6 runs. So I'm sure they'll be extremely cautious. Not that they weren't last night, but certainly that's in the back of their mind, I'm guessing. Druzy still on the mound for Tennessee. And Aiden Horowitz leading off the inning for West Virginia in the 9 spot. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Tapper on the infield. Stark knocks it down, picks it up, throws it away. Horowitz going to head to second, and he is safe. I think that's the first overthrow of first base we've seen the entire tournament. So Horowitz is aboard. Rocco knocked it down, and then it just sailed on him, I think. So Horowitz is going to be, and here's Guerra. Let's see if they're going to pitch to him. He is right there on top of that plate, and they're going to walk him. And Mike Moulton is not happy, not whatsoever. And neither are the West Virginia fans. And here's Mason Lowry. Time has been called. There's a lot of chatter going on between Mike Moulton and that Nolensville dugout right now. And the third base umpire, Jonathan Hagan, had to step in and stop it. Chopper on the infield. Pearson steps on second, throws to first for the double play. So Horowitz now at third after the double play. And here's Moulton with 2 down in the inning. Mike Moulton had told us in the Zoom call prior to the tournament, anticipating that something like this might happen with them intentionally walking Surf, Guerra, because it had happened in the state tournament. He suggested that there be a surf rule applied in Little League Baseball. Don't know what that would be, because intentionally walks are part of the game. But it is a shame, there's no doubt about it. But it's also part of the strategy, no doubt about that. Ball bounces in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Moulton, with Horowitz down at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Again blocked by the catcher Shepler, and it's 2-2. Getting a little cloud cover here, maybe a little break in the temperature. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball off the glove of Druzy to the second baseman, throws him out. Jackson completes the play, and the inning comes to a close. We'll head to the 6th. It's 11-3. Heading to the top of the 6th, and welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. Final inning here in our elimination quarterfinal. Tennessee leading 11-3. Last chance for the boys from Shenandoah Junction to put up a stop sign and maybe make a comeback in the bottom of the 6th. So Jack Rhodes will lead off the inning for Tennessee. And Rhodes sends that one down the line in left field, going to drop in foul territory. Things getting a little heated, unfortunately, amongst the fans and parents after that bottom half of the 5th inning, and Guerra was intentionally walked again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sock to the shortstop, Guerra. Throws a bullet over there for out number 1. So 1 down here in the 6th, and here is Drew Wagner batting again. Strike 1 to Wagner. Oh, 1 pitch. Just low and away, 1-1. Moulton out there, the third pitcher used by West Virginia today, and Hunter Hefner. What a performance by him, going 88 pitches in this heat. 2 balls and a strike. That ball is hit in the air to the center fielder McCarthy. He's been money all tournament. Puts it away for out number 2. And Hutch Weaver stands in. Weaver's been on base all 3 times today. Swing and a miss by Weaver. Tennessee 3 defensive outs away from playing tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. against South Carolina. And yet another elimination game. There's a line drive base hit. 4 trips to the plate. 4 trips to first for Weaver. Solid performance by Hutch Weaver today. That's his 2nd hit of the day. He's also walked and been hit by pitch. Nice all-around performance for Hutch Weaver. 2-out single puts him at first and gets Ryan Pearson to the plate. We'll have a pinch runner for Hutch Weaver. Probably Bruzies. He's their favorite pinch runner, and it is Bruzies. So Mateo Bruzies takes over at first base. Strike called to Pearson. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Ground ball, tap foul. 1-2. Nolensville, Tennessee, state champions 5 times now. Started it back as South Nashville in 2013. Won 3 straight, 14 and 15. Ground ball hit to the third baseman. And that'll be out number 3. Last chance for West Virginia. They trail 11-3. Colvin at first. Wilkins. Flashback 18 hours ago on this same ball field, and Georgia with a comeback to remember. Down 5-0 with 1 out of the 6. Scored 6 runs to walk off Tennessee. 6-5. Honey Clark with the big 2-run double to plate the winning runs for Georgia. They'll play Florida tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2 in the semifinals, and for a spot in Williamsport. And this Tennessee team trying to rebound from that one and doing a nice job here today. 11-3. Can West Virginia duplicate history and repeat what Georgia did last night? That's what they're hoping to do as we head to the bottom half of the 6. So Tennessee just 3 outs away from punching their ticket into the 11 a.m. time slot tomorrow to play South Carolina in an elimination game. And Liam Sager will lead off the inning for West Virginia. First pitch to Sager from Druzy is a strike, and it's 0-1. Sager 0 for 2 with an RBI today. Knocked in a run with a ground out, also flew out to center. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 to Sager. Druzy at 23 pitches. The lefty side armor, and that's a solid single to center, gonna roll all the way to the fence. Sager motors into second with a stand-up double. Liam Sager, first hit of the tournament, and a double here in the bottom of the 6th. What a time. Here's Cam Whean. Whean swings at one in the dirt. This is where facing Druzy as a left-handed batter has got to be very difficult for Whean. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Tap foul, and it's 0-2 to Whean. Whean singled and scored in the second. He scored on that double steal at the end of the inning, then grounded out in the third. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Whean. Got him. Nasty pitch right there from Druzy. And there's one down here in the 6th. Second strikeout for Druzy. That was wicked. And here's Hunter Hefner. Put down a sacrifice earlier in the day. Tapper to the infield. Pearson looks the runner back, throws across first for out number 2. And now West Virginia down to their final out. Here is McCarthy. McCarthy takes a strike. McCarthy has played a great center field in this tournament. Now it's on his shoulders to try to keep the rally going. Here's the 0-1 to McCarthy. Strike 2. Now Jefferson County down to their last strike. Tennessee folks rise to their feet. And the 0-2 pitch from Druzy. Missed inside, and it's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Way outside this time, 2-2 as McCarthy hangs in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sager down at second, 2 out in the 6th. Called strike 3, and Tennessee has defeated West Virginia 11-3. Tennessee rebounds from that heartbreaking loss last night, and they advance to play South Carolina tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in another elimination game. Strong bounce back performance. There's the wave of the caps. Tough loss for this West Virginia team as they will head back to Jefferson County. But a fine season by the West Virginia State champions. 11-3 the final. And now we have 2 more games tomorrow. Don't forget, semifinals tomorrow night, 7 o'clock on ESPN2, Florida and Tennessee. Been a whale of a time. Thanks for watching the Little League World Series Southeast Regional in Warner Robins, Georgia. I'm Matt Stewart. This has been a presentation of ESPN.